Hello friends. In last lecture we have seen about the LAN standard, its introduction, why these standards are required, and how 802.3, that is Ethernet, uh, and its performance we have seen. Now today we are going to see about uh, the other standards, that is 802.4 and 802.5 in detail. So let us start with that one. 802.4 is the standard which is meant for token bus. So network topology, physically it is a bus topology, but logically it is a ring because end-to-end connections are terminated. So termination means we can connect it, we can consider it as a one point only. So logically it is a ring type of, but physically it is a bus type of topology. Then stations are numbered and allowed to access the medium sequentially. So the numbers you'll be getting, and that numbers will get a chance to access the bus, and they will be sent accordingly. They will send the data accordingly. If there are n number of stations, then packet transmission time, if it is t, then the maximum waiting period for a single station will be n into t. That means after n t time only the second round will come, and the station has to retransmit it or transmit the data. The token bus or 802.4 is more robust and reliable than 802.3 frames. Token bus is a MAC. Token bus MAC is a simple and robust. It is mostly used in automation systems. So automation systems are using 802.4. The data is divided into four priority classes. Each station has 4 packets queues, one for each priority. When the station receives the token, it is allowed to transmit for a certain fixed time, and during that time it transmits the packet in the decreasing order of priorities. So prioritized data transmission is there for token bus, that is 802.4 standard. So this is what the format for 802.4. So preamble, start limiter. So preamble is for synchronizing the clock. Start delimiter, it will tell, or end delimiter, it will tell that it is the start of the frame and end of the frame. So it will decide the frame boundaries. Then frame control is there. That frame control, now you can do such thing that you put the 802.3 frame and 802.4 frame. You will come to know that there will be a difference between these two. So the source address and destination address will be there accordingly. The source there and destination address will be there. So these source and destination address will be, it may be a local address or it may be a global address. So if it is a 6 byte, it is a global address. If it is a 2 byte, it is a local address. Then data, it may vary from 0 to 8182 bytes. So maximum when it is a local address, then data maximum will be 8182 bytes, and if it is a local address, 8174 bytes it can accommodate. So maximum data you can put it here. So in case of 802.3, it is near about 1500 bytes. So this is what the difference is. Then the 4 byte checksum is there, and the end delimiter. So this is how the frame format for 802.4 look like. So the next frame standard is for token ring. So token ring means all the devices are connected in ring fashion, and only one bus is there. So the devices are connected to each other in ring fashion. That's why it is called the ring topology. So the principle used here is that the token is circulated in a ring. Whichever node that grabs that token, that will get a right to transmit the data. So this is what the concept is, and whenever the token is grabbed by a particular station, it will get the authority to transmit the data, and at that time all other are in listening mode. Since the token rotates in the network or that ring, it guarantees that every node gets a token with some within some specified time. So it is in ring fashion, so every node will get a chance to grab the token, and the upper limit that number of devices you can connect in ring is near about 250. It distinguishes the normal data packet of the token ring is a special sequence assigned to a token packet. So it distinguishes a normal data packet from the token that is a controlled packet, a special sequence that is assigned to a token packet. When any node gets the token, it first sends the data it wants to send and then recirculate the token. That means whenever a token is grabbed, that machine will get the authority to transmit the data. The data will be transmitted, and as soon as the data will be over, again that token will be circulated in the ring. So token passing is done by when you will get it is a 8-bit token. So 8-bit token, when it is a busy, all bits are set to 1, and when it is an idle, the least significant bit LSB will be 0. So if LSB will be 0, that means the token is idle, and if LSB is 1, you will simply come to know that the token is busy. That means you cannot transmit it. So general procedure is sending host waits for and captures the idle token. If it is busy, it will not send the data, but if it is an idle, it will send the data. Send the sending host the changing token. That means you need to change, once you grab the idle token, you need to change the token to the busy token and circulate it, so that other receiving host will come to know that okay, someone has grabbed the token, so you need not send it, and receiving host accepts the frame and continues to circulate it. So sending host receives the frame and removes it from the ring and generates the idle token when the data gets circulated. So this is the frame format for 802.5, that is a SD, AC, ED, that is a token format for 802.5, and frame format will be SD, AC, FC, destination address, source address, data, checksum, ED and FS. So what do you mean by SD? SD is the starting limiter. AC is the access control, that will give you the access control, and ED will be the end delimiter. So for a token it will be only SD, AC and ED, and for a frame it will be SD, AC, FC. FC is a frame check, then frame destination address, source address, data, checksum, ED and FS. So how you are going to control that one? So that control will be done by this one. So you need to set the priority bits. So priority you need to decide it with the help of 8 bits. So first 3 MSB bits will be set for that one. Then T is the token, whether it is a token or whether it is a frame, that will be defined by this T bit. Then M is the monitoring bit. It prevents the token or frame from circulating indefinitely. When all the frames and tokens are issued with M equal to 0, on passing it through the monitoring station, M will set to 1. So initially it will be 0, and when it passes through the monitoring station, it will be set to 1, and all other station keeps repeating the same bits as a set 1, because it is monitored by the others only, and only one has that capability of changing that one. So others will simply monitor it. Then R bit is the reserve bits. So these are the reserve bits, allows the station with a higher priority data to request that the next token to be issued on the requested priority. So this is used, these reserved bits or reservation bits are used for request priorities. Then FC is the frame control field. It defines the frame that you are controlling with the help of whether it is a duplicate address test or whether it is a beacon that is used to locate the breaks in the ring. So such kind of control frames are used in FC. Then address field, we have said that if it is a broadcast, all is set to 1. Data, maximum data you can set it up to 10 millisecond, and this is how you will be using the control of overall fades. Okay, so this is 802.5 frame works like this one. So it is similar to the bus. The only difference is that physically and logically it is ring only, but bus is physically bus and logically it is a ring, because there also you are transmitting a token, here also you are transmitting a token, but the working fashion is a little bit different, the frame format is different. This is how the 802.4 and 802.5 frames are discussed. So if you have any query, please log into or please put your queries on my channel so that I'll be able to answer your queries. Thank you very much. Thank you.